that easily. So yes, I first off want to say I am thankful and grateful for being the chair of the JOB1 committee this year. Like I said at the beginning, I'm getting joy out of this as well. So I mean, I appreciate the opportunity and appreciate the position I've been put into for this. But I of course couldn't, this program would not exist if it weren't for all of the members of the committee and the team that helped me put this together. If you were on the committee or a Rotary Club member that helped in this in any way, please stand to be recognized. And I especially want to thank, well, let's see, I'll go around. Definitely thank John Romans for all of his involvement in the program over the years. His expertise and experience in, having been involved in this program for so long was extremely valuable. I'm looking forward to, even with changes going on, that he's still being actively involved in the group, and definitely appreciate that. Want to thank Jeannie as well, who was always there and always consistent, always happy and willing to contribute and give her time. And then also to the co-chairs, Eric and Alita, who I will say more about them a little later. So I'll just, and also too, just noting that the co-chair's title is something I sort of decided, threw upon them at the last minute here, and had to remind them that it's so I can share the appreciation and give them credit for things, not so I can shift the blame to them. So no one, any blame should be coming right here. They get all the credit for all the great things they're doing, because they definitely could not have done this without them. Those are my original thank yous there. But then of course too, I want to thank all of the employers and all the sponsors for being involved in this program, for giving these students a great chance, and thank you for your continued involvement. We'll be recognizing one of those employers a little bit later as well, and I'll be giving a little bit of a story here shortly too, but also then want to thank all of the students for being involved in the program as well. Without both the students and the employers, this program would definitely not be possible. I was going to sort of give a broad overview of what the program is and how the program works, but I figured the best way to explain that would to just be, say, my story in JOB1. Where my story started working with JOB1 was just as an employer. I forget who it was, but it was at a Rotary meeting similar to this, where someone came up to me and was basically like, "You should really do this." And I felt guilty, and it was like, okay, like how hard can it be? Like we're looking for probably a summer intern anyway. I'll bring someone on, I'll help them out, and help out the Rotary Club. But what I realized, or what I didn't realize at the time, was I should be thankful as the employer for getting these types of students. That it is not just a value to the students in the program, students who were given an opportunity to have an opportunity in a job or in a career that maybe they didn't think of before, giving them an opportunity to see other parts of the city, other industries, other areas, work with good Rotary connected businesses to know and learn through their first job. I think we all know how important sort of that first job is in getting a level of experience, getting something on our resume, giving us those chances and opportunities sort of beyond that point. JOB1 does that. JOB1 does that for the students, but I feel it gives an equally huge reward to the employers and to the sponsors of the program as well. Because it was seeing through, I still remember our original student that we got, Xavier, just sort of having him come in and just seeing the work ethic, seeing how good of a student we got, going through the interviews and just seeing how amazing all of the students in the program were. And how me, as an employer, there's no way I could find such a good, qualified pool of interns for my company. These students were bringing in substantial value to the company. They were, I was thankful for them. It is not just being, the students being thankful to the employers for giving them the opportunity. I think anyone who's sort of been through the program as an employer sees the value and has the appreciation for the students as well. And it was just sort of refreshing to see Xavier grow over the time there, seeing him, being able to work with the team members, him then coming back during his vacations after the program ended and still working for a company, us being able to write recommendations to him for scholarships and for college, and seeing him get some of the awards and seeing him go through school and go through college, and us being able to be a part of that and help him along his journey was rewarding to us and as a company. I know our managers that had worked with him still keep in touch with him and and see how all the updates on that progress. So I mean, hopefully I didn't ramble too much in my story, and hopefully it gave you all a good idea of sort of where we're going and what the program does and how the program works. And then want to allow us to go to sort of another set of stories, or another story, by recognizing the Illinois College of Optometry for having been a partner in this program for the entire 15 years that this program has existed. Through those 15 years, they've had over 40 student interns working with them. Their contribution has been tremendous, and much of that was originally brought to us because of Errol Augsburger, who was a member of this club and was the president over there. But we're happy and thankful to work with other members of that team and to keep that relationship going. So I wanted to introduce Laura Rounce of the Illinois College of Optometry to sort of tell about her story, her experience with the program as well. And I definitely want to thank her for thank them for their 15 years of participation in the program and the over 40 students they've helped through the program. Laura.
Good afternoon. I am here to represent Errol Augsburger. As all of you know, that's a huge person to represent, big shoes to fill. Dr. Errol Augsburger, I know all of you Rotarians know him very well, retired from our institution on June 30th. And so the ones that are left behind, and I'm one of them, are now adapting to life at the Illinois College of Optometry without Errol Augsburger. And I know you all here at Rotary are adapting without Errol Augsburger as well. But it's because of him, 15 years ago, I guess it was 15 years ago, he called to my office, I'm in charge of human resources, and said, hey, Rounce, my Rotary group's doing this thing, can you hire a student? I'm like, oh my goodness, what? No, what are we doing? And he said, can we, and I said, well, we'll figure it out. So, we sort of, okay, we'll figure it out, we'll take a student or two. And it worked out so beautifully that then the years after that, people were saying, when are we getting our students? When are we getting our students? But, so it started with sort of nothing, like, oh, I'm doing this thing with Rotary, can we help out? To, oh my goodness, I think a couple of years ago, we had 10 students in the summer. And this year we have 3. But I also see people in the room that were with us last year as well. So of the list of all the photographs I looked at, we had 5 of those students. So we're lucky enough to be a big enough employer with the Illinois College of Optometry and the Illinois Eye Institute together. We teach smart students how to be really great optometrists. And that's what we do. And when we do that, we have an academic setting. We also have the Illinois Eye Institute that's attached to our institution, where we see 107,000 patients a year over on the south side of Chicago. That gives us a wonderful opportunity for employment for people that aren't optometrists, but there's all kinds of staff that we need to run our institution that aren't scientists. I'm one of those. I'm not an optometrist either. And so we felt that we could find meaningful work for the high school students, not just to sort of be a receptionist, but to be in the clinic working with our patients. We've also had students in our admissions area, helping for us to find the very best and smartest undergrad students to come in and pay, $40,000, $50,000 a year times 4 years to be students at our place. So we really trusted our students to be ambassadors for us. We also gave students jobs in our business office, in our finance office, and in our library. So we had a vast array. We even had a student over in our IT department, and they really missed them. So we're really proud of the fact that we've been involved since the beginning, even though I think I was a reluctant recipient. You know, when the president comes back with an idea, you're like, oh boy, here we go. But boy, it was one of the best ideas he ever had in our employment base, and we got to know so many people through that. Most of our students have gone on to college or are going on to college. The ones that we have right now, Jade left yesterday for Tennessee State, so that was really cool, so she couldn't be here today. Malia is here with us today. Malia Burks and her mother is here today, and she's heading off to Eastern Illinois University. Is that tomorrow? Are you packed? So she's leaving tomorrow, and another one of our interns that I heard was on her way, Mary, she's actually still in high school, so she'll be available again next year for somebody else. One of the programs that we have at the Illinois College of Optometry is we have a focus on trying to attract underrepresented minorities to the profession of optometry, because there are not that many in that profession. Part of the way that we do that is we have a summer program for high school and college students to come through to test it out to see if they want to become an optometrist or see if we can attract them there. Having this JOB1 program for us was helpful as well because of the vast difference of the students that we got to come to work for us. So not only were we serving a mission to Rotary and to these students of giving them meaningful employment, but we were also, it was serving our mission to get these students in, to get them introduced or reintroduced to the sciences. So it is not something that we did. This was not a selfless act on our part, to help. It's really helped us as well. So, on behalf of Dr. Errol Augsburger and the Illinois College of Optometry and the Illinois Eye Institute, we thank you for giving us the privilege of being part of this program. So good luck in the future, and hopefully we will continue this 15-year tradition on and on. Thank you.
Hi guys, do you want to help and present? Here, I will. In appreciation for the 15 years of being a part of the program and of the 40+ students through the program, we'd like to give official recognition to the Illinois College of Optometry for all of the great work they've done and provide them with this award.
It's beautiful.
And it is 2 parts, so be careful. So we want to share.
I'll take a photo, I'll send this to Errol Augsburger so he sees it, but we're going to put it in our new president's office, because this is part of the Illinois College.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep, we want, yeah.
Thank
Even
you.
though Errol was key in doing it, we definitely,
Errol's the man.
wanted to make sure with the college they got recognized, because
Wonderful.
to recognize your help and assistance and everything with the program as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you. And then next, we will begin recognizing the students. So, to begin with that, I am going to welcome now the co-chair of the Student or Intern Relations, Alita Williams, onto the stage, but then also want to ask that all students in the program to please line up on this side of the, that side of the stage. Left side facing that way, right there, so I'm not just there. And then, I guess, first off, I definitely want to thank Alita for all the work she's done in the program, helping to keep in touch with all the students and all the work she's done for doing that. Like I said before, I would not be able to run this program without great people like Alita.
Hello, everyone. Once again, we want to thank you all for being here to help us recognize our wonderful students and our employers. It's been this is my 4th year with JOB1, so it is definitely something I'd love to be a part of. And as you heard Laura say, a lot of our students are already gone. They are gone off to college already, as that's what happens sometimes. They have to head out early, so we're really excited that they are gone and on to their new endeavors. So we're going to recognize all the students, but some of them are not here.
Before you start, I forgot one thing, so this is my fault. Again, one of those things where the blame goes to me, not to the co-chairs. Wanted to thank, first off, past President Connor for his assistance and help with the program, but then also wanted to thank Colette and ask if he would come to the stage to help present these certificates and awards as well.
Yes.
So our first student is Alexandria Alvasoro. One of my favorites, she was my intern last year. She didn't want me this year. Now she bring that. Malia Burks. Naomi Dixon. Asalado Gutierrez. Mary Koku. Jocelyn Lewis. Natalia Mancia. Jade Mosley. Dion Miles. Jacob Quinn. Jordan Stewart. Emile Stiles. And Cindy Vicente. Those are all of our wonderful.
So I guess we want a couple pictures. Where do you want us?
Come together, come together.
We're gonna block out Larry.
Look proud. One more.
See, if Connor was up here, we wouldn't need all this, we just had
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to, again, thank all of the students that were able to make it here today. Know that not all can make it, yeah, some were at college or preparing to go to college and things like that. But definitely thank you all for coming here and being here. Next, we definitely want to recognize all of the sponsors and employers in the program as well. So I want to first welcome up co-chair in employer relations, Eric, to the stage. And again, couldn't have done this without him and his work in sort of making sure to getting a team together, recruiting all of the employers, and then communicating with them once they've signed up and making sure everyone was aware of everything going on in the program. So, once again, thank you. Yeah, if you have anything to say in advance, you can, but thank you.
I'd like to ask, before I say a few words here, I'd like to ask all of our employer representatives to do the same as our students and come over here and line up next to the stage left. I want to just say a couple of words of thanks to our employers. As you've heard here today, our employers are all very humble. But honestly, this program would not continue to exist if it wasn't for their continued generosity and their continued support for the JOB1 program. We really, really appreciate all the work that they do to make this happen. I understand how difficult and challenging it can be sometimes to get these programs approved within one's organization and get things through HR and get all the documents signed and everything else. It's not quite as simple in most cases as just snapping our fingers and saying, sure, let's do it. So I really do appreciate that. I'm going to recognize all of our employers, even those who were not able to attend today. And for those who were able to attend, our president will be handing out certificates of appreciation. So I'd like to start with a Safe Haven Foundation. Rooming and come on over there. Thank you so much. You'll live. Okay. Now, Brooding and Associates. Thank you. Once again, Illinois College of Optometry. Lakefront Children's Academy.
Yeah, you'll have to share one certificate.
Loquacious Culinary Events. Perry and Associates. Primera Engineers. Steadfast.
I guess I'll take that.
Thank you, Carl. The Union Club of Chicago. University of Illinois at Chicago. And finally, the Vandercook School of Music. Are we going to have a photo here?
Laura, come up here. Come on closer. Bring Laura.
These uncertain times.
Turn around this way.
I'm wider this way than that way.
Here, gotta move together. Oh, looks good. Let's try one more.
Jesus, how long that's been? One more round of applause for our
Okay. So again, thank you to all of the students and all of the employers who have participated in this program. And then the final thing we have to do now is giving away some money. In that we have 2 college awards, each of $2,500 to award to participants in the program. And wanted to note too that, the students have, put a lot of time and effort into this program. The program isn't just you show up to a job and that's it. We go through a full application process, are selecting out the best of the best in that application process. Then we're making them go through a number of training courses to make sure that they are prepared and ready to go into the workforce. They're participating in the job fair in which they're going through interviews and conversations with a number of businesses to make sure we're getting the best fit and the best match. They're participating in our service program this year, which was the Jesse White trunk party. So they're putting in a lot of time and commitment into participating in this program. And through it, we can see, how great all of these students are. But through this, we wanted to make sure we recognized 2 of them, particularly, who, of course, also filled in the application for the scholarship, or the awards. I'm sorry, I did not use the S word. So wanted to make sure we recognize. Okay, first off, I'm going to say the name I knew I would how to pronounce it beforehand, but through the whole event, I am going to guess. Nauja Barnett. You have.
Oh, thank you so much.
And then the second recipient is Malia Berg. Who will be attending Eastern Illinois University.
Sound like you surprised.
One more later.
We want one.
Carol? Thank you, guys.
So now that we've given away the money, I think it's all downhill from here. So again, wanted to thank everyone for their participation in this event, all of the students, all of the employers, everyone in the club who had, everyone in the club has contributed to this program because it is through your active participation in Rotary that allows us to do this. So I want to thank all of you for, for this program and for allowing me to run this program. So thank you.